Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you want me to start doing that?
No, I got it. I'm doing it. I'm recording now. It's
Cool.
recording.
All right. Yeah,
Should be
it's working.
recording. Yeah, recording. I see it. Okay. So let's just first go over. I'm going to share my screen. And let's go over what the topics that we need to go over. So this week we're going to do Java. I'll do that. Next week we're going to do the JSON parse stringify. Gavin's going to do that. And the following week, David's going to do JavaScript objects. So we really got to get with David.
Yeah.
Have him on our meetings and be able to get him scheduled in, so that we give him enough time to prepare for that one. It looks like, so we have everything assigned.
Yeah, it looks
We're
good.
doubled up on the 3 weeks.
And it's nice we don't have, because I know the example schedule he gave had like four, like everybody was teaching 4, so they retaught some of the lessons, and if we don't feel comfortable,
Yeah,
I'm sure we can
and the whole thing is we can reteach some of the lessons. Like if it's hard, if we find we didn't get something one week, we can do it, like skip a week and do it another week also during our meetings. Because I was reading the information about the meetings. It was saying that a typical meeting would be 3 people presenting and for 20 minutes each.
Well.
So okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if we want to.
That's it. That is exactly what it says. An ideal meeting is 3 students teaching a different topic for about 20 minutes.
Right. So this week we're going to do
that is really confusing. That doesn't make any sense with the schedule we have, though. You know what I mean? Because it looks like the way the schedule is written.
Yeah. I think that's if we find we're not catching on to any particular topic.
Oh.
We can have that rescheduled by someone else to reteach it again 1 week. Yeah. So
we should all be studying it anyways, right?
In the same meeting.
Okay. Yeah, I want to apologize. I am not as prepared for today as I should be. But next time, I promise I will be.
Okay. Well, you'll be teaching next time, so
I better be ready.
That's why I'm prepared. I'm teaching.
Okay, good.
I have a strong JavaScript foundation because I work as a web developer right now.
Okay, good. Okay. Yep.
Do you do just JavaScript? You do like Node, or what do you do?
No, it's Node.
Oh, I love Node.
Okay.
And React.
That was great. Node and React. You do like MERN stack, or what kind of stack?
We're actually working on it's a full stack. We're developing like systems for companies that want to upgrade their websites and like the systems they use.
Yeah, but like what kind? Like what do you use for a database?
We use Mongo.
Mongo, yeah, it's a MERN stack. Yeah, it sounds like a MERN stack. And Express.
Yeah. Well, actually, we were using the Loopback. It's a framework from IBM. Okay. But we're actually switching to Express right now.
Cool, man. Yeah, Express. I have a website in the MERN stack. I love the MERN stack. It's great.
Yeah.
And then I renamed the tabs group schedule and personal schedule. So the personal schedule, you can copy in the template from the template on our site there, on the on the course site, and put in the personal and fill in how you're going to do your personal study
Yeah.
for
Cool.
each topic.
Cool.
And then you so what I recommend is, now that this is filled in, that we each download it.
That's what I did. I already did that. Yeah. It's a good idea.
And then do the personal on your local computer and upload that.
Yeah.
So,
dude, you are really saving me on this one. Not gonna lie, Pernell, you are really, because I honestly didn't understand that part.
yeah. Well, you know what? It took me a while to understand it, because I'm like, what's going on? I had to look at it a couple times. So
Yep.
it wasn't prevalent to real easily to understand. But so with that, I'm going to go into our presentation.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, JavaScript, loops, conditional statements, functions, variables, parameters, arrays, associative arrays. This is for Group 2, Week 2.
Hey, David showed up.
Oh, good.
On his iPhone.
On his iPhone.
He's on the go.
David, you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
We're just getting started in our presentation. So
Just in time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks so much.
Perfect timing.
Where are you from, David?
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yes.
Muy bien.
Oh, you speak Spanish. It's great.
Not really. A little bit.
Well, I speak Spanish because I served in Chile.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
But-
So
but-
you can help me.
Yeah.
The trilingual Lucas.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually studying French. But hey,
Wow.
let's not digress right now, because you know,
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
it was just getting started.
We'll do that at the end. Digress.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Week 2, JavaScript. We're going to start with associative arrays. Associative arrays is the main and only data structure in JavaScript. All objects and all other data types are derived from associative arrays. Now, this is something I did not know. When I was studying for this, I was like, oh, really? Okay, that's good.
I think what it means is the only native, it doesn't have if there is a set or something else, somebody's made it, I think that's what
well,
that's
no,
what it means.
actually, the data structure, the associative array of having an array with an index and as a data structure, and being able to dot property syntax, have a property syntax.
Yeah.
That is all from the associative array.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
So, with a key value pair, which is the key is your index and your value, you set your value. So object orientation is all derived from the associative array. I didn't,
Cool.
I thought it was the same for everything. I thought every object was its own data structure, but everything's created from the associative array data structure. So here's an example: array, key and value in the square brackets. You define your key as a string. So as your example there, your key plus 2 equals the same thing as key plus 2 in quotes.
Yeah.
And then that derives to key 2. So if you want to create something that a key that has a root of key and then just add a number to it, it'll be key plus the number every time.
Cool.
The object property that's how you get objects within JavaScript, is through the associative array. So it uses the dot notation, your array plus your key, and that will access the value within that particular element in the array. Your key is defined at compile time and is fixed value at that time. So once you set it to key +2, and you can only access it as key 2 once you set it. You can't access a property, a dot notation, as key +2. It always has to be key 2. Has to be the final value of that key in order to associate. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So, a little note: the website that I got this from was saying that because in dot notation the key is a fixed value, you can't change it once it's set. That's the key. That you have to access everything through the dot notation. It's more rigid than the array notation is, with, you know, being able to plus and add another string, like a value, a number, numeric value to it. Object orientation. So again, the associative object orientation features, oriented features, come from the associative array, and an object is an associative array. So functions are just objects that hold a value that happens to be executable code.
Right, that makes sense.
Any questions up so far?
I was just thinking about something that I saw today at work, because when I asked I tried to log something that I was working with, just to, you know, see what was going on. And when I logged it, it actually showed like a whole function on the console, and I was like, what's going on?
Because the object was a function, right?
Yeah, that actually just
like a closure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that again, that's what the website said that I was learning this from, was that, you know, a function is just an object, and so when you call that object, just that object, it will return that function.
Yeah.
And if you happen to call the type, call on for the type, it'll say it's a function. The type is function.
Nice.
So the parentheses operator is an evaluation operator for functions that executes their code. The function keyword function happens to be, it will define executable code blocks, and the function parameters and functions take parameters in their declarations. So you can pass other objects or literals or strings to your function that will then happen to be passed into the body of that function. Parameters. Functions take the parameter and they pass the value to the body code. Function, the name. So here's an example. Function, lowercase f, a name of the function, a parentheses, parameter, and then you can have another parameter, and you can have as many as you want, close parentheses, or you can have no parameters. And then the curly brackets for your code to be in there, and then a semicolon.
That's pretty cool about JavaScript. You don't have to define the type in the function.
Right.
You don't have to, there's like nothing. There's like no, it could be a
No
Boolean,
type.
it could be whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's pretty abstract.
So just
Go ahead.
I think that you don't really need the semicolon on the end, right?
Yes, you do. For
really?
For a function, you do.
Oh.
Because it's actually one statement. I checked that because all the examples had the semicolon at the end.
Maybe in like different flavors you don't need it, because I know in Node or React, like I never use semicolons, but I think JavaScript.
Yeah, I think JavaScript, pure JavaScript.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Okay, so variables. So your parameters can happen to be a variable that's already set to a specific value. Variables hold a value. The var keyword declares a variable, and then you use the equal sign to assign a value to the variable, and your variable is retrieved by its name. So, it's pretty straightforward. You declare a variable, so var, the name, you can initialize its value using equals and its value right in this, and then semicolon right in the same line. And then you can say name in order to get the value, wherever you want to use it, the value, or pass it on if you're passing it as a parameter to a function. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Conditional statements, if and else statements. If-else statements. An example here is if, so this is the syntax, if parentheses, condition, close parentheses, curly bracket for the executable code of the if, else for the executable, and curly brackets for the executable code of the else. And you can always omit the else, and it's curly bracket if you don't have anything else to do for that condition.
If there's no else.
Right. If there's no else, the second curly brackets are omitted with that else.
It's not like a parent. Your parents are always like, or else. Just if.
That's right. So a little about conditional statements. The if-else statement is probably one of the most powerful things in any language, is to be able to do conditional logic in order to branch for code. Loops.
My favorite. Loops.
Loops. So you have a for loop, a for in loop, a for of loop,
Wow, I've never even heard that one.
And a do while.
That's cool.
So loops use variable and conditional statements in their declarations, of course. So that's why we covered those two things before loops. So the for, the syntax is for initialize a variable, semicolon, stop condition, so how you're going to stop the loop, semicolon, and increment or decrement the loop, close parentheses, and your curly brackets for your executable code. An example is there at the bottom there.
Something that I think is super useful too is being able to declare multiple, like initialize multiple variables in a loop, like just in case you, I don't know. Sometimes I've had to do that, and I think you can do that in JavaScript too.
In the initialize in the same header?
Yeah, in the same header. I'm looking on Stack Overflow right now.
Like I equals 0, like comma j equals 0, and so on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you have to. I think you can set it, but I don't know if you can initialize them.
Well, you'd have to initialize them, don't you?
So like
that's the whole purpose.
So like the thing, yeah, I don't know. So this is the answer. This is the most accepted answer on Stack. I'll send it in the chat. So you see, he initializes them outside and then sets them inside the.
Oh, right. Okay, outside of it. Yeah.
So, yeah,
and then you use it.
Well,
that's cool. You can set,
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because I have had to use that every once in a while. It's just nice. It just makes it look cleaner. Honestly, it's not. You could do it somewhere else, but.
For in loops. So this is to get a property within an object. So like an array, you could use this with an array, or to get a particular key property. So and use that particular property in loop through that property within the loop.
Super useful.
I usually use that on Python. The for in loop.
Do you?
Yeah. It's very used in Python.
I use it in Swift all the time. Like almost everything I do is that loop.
I find I use it less than the straightforward for.
Probably depends on what
Yeah.
what language you're doing and what you're doing. Yeah.
For of loop, that's to get a variable, set a variable of an iterable object.
Oh.
So it has to be able to be iterable. How do I say that?
I think you're saying
iteration
it right.
Has to be
iterable.
Iterable.
Yeah, I think it's iterable.
Iterable? Okay.
Did they give you a spell check on there?
No, that's right. Iterable is right.
I think you're saying
I just
right.
wanted to know.
I don't say it. I don't say that word at all.
No, I don't either. Iterate.
Yeah, iterate over.
To iterate.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically usually what I say. So an example is here: set a variable and then use that variable and get of an array and get basically every element in that array set to that variable. While loops. So I find while loops useful, but not, it's while loops are good for if you don't want to have to set a variable and have any particular iteration. So if your condition is like a true-false condition of not have to be set and go across a couple numbers, then you can so like my example here, x is less than 10. So you could say that could be just X, and if it's false, then it would stop. So while and the parentheses and your condition and your curly brackets for your executable code. Do whiles are similar to while, but they execute at least once because your condition is at the end. So it would actually execute once before it gets to your check condition.
Who's got the dog?
Not me.
Not me.
Well, I actually have 2 dogs, but they're sleeping.
There's
David. David's dog.
David, you have a dog?
No, I don't have a dog.
What?
No?
Me, no.
that?
But my parents, yes.
Oh,
okay.
my gosh. Whose dog?
Yes, I got maybe 4 or 5 dogs here.
Oh
wow.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs, but 5 it's a lot.
I had
Yeah, I know. The same. Yeah, my parents say the same.
That's a lot of dogs. 5. Yep.
Yeah.
So an
Sorry,
example
guys.
of the
It's all good.
do while to continue. An example of the do while is shown on screen. Do the opening curly bracket, your code, your closed curly bracket, your while, then your while, and then your parentheses and your condition within that.
While true, adopt dogs.
It's infinite loop, yeah.
That's the loop David's parents are running.
Maybe.
And these are the references the websites that I use to get all this information from.
Cool.
In order of where
Wow,
I
good.
pulled them.
Hey, so I just like to give an idea.
Sure.
Because there's like the JavaScript ES6. I don't know if you've seen it, or like as you search, if you like heard about it.
JavaScript ES6?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh,
All right. So, because just the thing is, it actually adds like a lot of meat to JavaScript. But it's like, for example, when you get JavaScript types, the ES6 version, it adds, for example, not only the var, but it actually adds the const, and it adds like let, which is just like var. There are loops like for each, and you get like some things such as, for example, you can create functions in a model called arrow functions.
yeah.
You don't even have to write the function keyword before. You can just declare it using a different syntax.
Yeah, just an arrow and then curly braces.
Yeah.
With a lot of closures.
You actually have to put the parameters and then an equal. Well, is it?
I think so. I think that's it.
Yeah.
They don't do. I don't do a whole lot of JavaScript anymore. I used to.
But thing is, it's something that we could study in a personal studies besides what you showed in the presentation, because it actually like adds more depth and maybe like more edge to the JavaScript studies,
Well, now keep in mind that for this class, we cannot use anything but pure JavaScript.
Yeah.
We can't use any add-ins or plugins or anything to our IDE or anything that we write our code in to show our fluency in a particular topic.
So Yeah, well, but I think that ES6 is just like a new standard. I don't think it's actually because you don't need a plugin or like a program or something to run it. I think it runs with just JavaScript. I'm not sure. I haven't tried
We
without
can
like
still study
outside.
it outside, but for anything we put in this class, like it's got to be like the basic stuff is what he wants.
Wow.
I think at least that's what I understood because I was looking at that
Yeah, that's
video
what I
and the
understood.
guy's website's like looks super old. Like it looks like just
Yeah.
HTML and CSS. Like nothing special at all.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll check it.
I'm not saying like don't study it. Like we should definitely
No,
study
yeah,
it.
like
But
if because it's kind of weird because for example, the classes we gotta use, or like on the classes I'm gonna teach, we're gonna use like CSS3, which is I believe the newest version of CSS.
uh-huh.
So I'm just thinking. I don't know. I'll keep that in mind. I'll look it
Okay.
up.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know what you see, what you find out, and
All right.
because it's always good to learn new stuff and things. And that's the whole purpose of this course is learning on your own and as a group, because that's what you'll be doing
Yeah.
in a job. That you're gonna need to learn and figure out things as a group and on your own to solve problems and or learn a new technology or something like that. So, and that's what this class is sort of teaching us.
That's right. That's right.
David, can you see my screen?
Yes, I did it.
Okay, good,
I do.
good. I have our group teaching schedule up. Is what we have for you okay on here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay for me. Yeah, I'm preparing for
Okay.
for it.
Next
Yes.
next week, Gavin will do JSON parse stringify, and then the following week you'll do the JavaScript objects. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And we went over this before you got on. I have a personal schedule tab here. After this meeting, we should all download this spreadsheet to our computers and then fill in the personal tab based off of the template that is on the course site. Okay. Under that personal tab, and fill in what your personal study is going to be and what weeks you're going to teach and things like that.
So just a question. So I
Sure.
do I need to send that personal schedule for the group or just for me?
Well, it's going to be for both. So each person will have the group schedule,
Yeah.
and their personal schedule on one spreadsheet that you're going to upload to the course assignment area.
Oh, okay.
That's going to have their only their personal data on it, but it'll have the group's data on it also. So each one of us, the group's data will be the same, but our personal study will be different.
Would you mind going to your screen, on your screen, Pernell,
Sure.
of the example of the personal schedule that he has?
Oh, yeah.
So that we can all look at it together and we know.
Let me just
I
bring
think
it.
it'd be
Yes,
nice
please.
to talk about
Thank
it real
you.
quick.
Good idea.
Because I was looking at it and I want to say it out loud so it makes sense to me.
Oh, okay.
So you guys can tell me, no, it's wrong. You're a Windows kind of guy, huh, Pernell?
Yeah, I got a whole Windows domain.
What do you code in? What do you code in for work?
Right now, nothing but Java is what I was.
Java, I think, oh, maybe I heard somebody else say that at work today, but cool.
Let's see.
Cool, man.
Fluency teaching schedule example. So this is his example of the teaching schedule.
This is the team.
Group. This is
This
the team group, and then this is the personal one. So
my turn.
study
What the heck is
schedule.
what
So
the heck
he
is
has-
this thing?
This is how he has it broken up. Now you can do it however you want, but he has the weeks he would study. You would study a particular topic, and what week you have to actually teach it. My turn in schedule, I believe, is the week that you would teach it.
I think I'm just gonna put
That's what I'm going to
3,
do.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, yes, this is all dummy data. He has this dummy data. He says that this is dummy data because people thought this was a real schedule.
But like the way,
So you know, I would personally, I would copy probably this, and then put these two columns at. I'm going to put study column and teaching column.
I feel like they would be the same.
And the
I feel
weeks
like they're
I'm
the
going to
same
teach
thing.
a particular course, I'm going to put down, and the weeks I'm going to study a course, I'm going to put down.
Are you planning on putting the same? Because like, for instance, like if I put week 1 for the first one, I could just say week 1. I don't know.
Well, like,
That's what I
like
feel.
okay, like this week, let's take an example this week. Okay, I would put week 2 in teaching, right? And I would put week 2 in study because I had to study it in order to make the lesson.
Yeah.
But I might also have to study it, say, in week 4 because I needed to figure something out.
Yeah.
And so I would put week 4 also down in the schedule or something. But week 2 teaching is set already. That's how I'm going to look at it and fill it out. So the ones I'm teaching, I'm going to fill out as what week it is, and then I'm going to fill in what weeks I plan on
Studying
each topic. And like the week that we have that particular topic being taught, I'll definitely be studying it that week, but it might not be the only week that I study it.
Okay. I think I understand it. I think I'm just having a hard time understanding why it is the way it is.
Right. Well,
I don't have a problem with it. It's just
I think the same actually.
I'll do it though. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, most of them he has only 1 week.
Yeah.
But some of them he has that he studied 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can see a lot of the weeks that he has multiple on my study schedule.
Right.
He has like week X, Y, Z, and U, and then it's like he's my turn in schedule week X, right? So like he's ready to teach whatever one it is. He's usually done it every time.
Right.
He's always studied it before.
Right, and I
That
think
makes
part
sense.
of it is going to be the weeks we have 2 lessons. You're going to be studying 2 different topics that week. So, Ajax, you're going to study week 5, and Dom, you're going to study week 5. So you'll have week 5 for 2 topics.
Okay, I'm feeling good. Thank you so much for going over this, Pernell, because I'm not
Sure.
gonna lie. If I didn't hear you say that, I probably No, that was
Yeah,
good.
it can get confusing, and the more you do, the spread yourself thinner with studying it, the harder it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any comments? Anything else to go over?
The only thing I would like to say, I do have one thing. Does anybody else have anything before I say something?
Go ahead.
So for next week, I would like to do it. I get really I try to get everything done as soon in the week as I possibly can. So if I could teach next week, like Monday or Tuesday, at the latest Wednesday, I would really appreciate it.
Okay.
So everybody just look out for, is there a day that doesn't, like, is there a day that somebody cannot do it? I will try to get around this general time frame. Like just when we started, I'd like to start then. But I'll probably do it Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday if that's okay with everybody.
Around what time?
So the same time we started. So for me, we
Okay.
started at, what time was it? I think we started at 7 my time. I'm Central.
Right. 6 Mountain Time, Eastern Time, 8, 7 Central.
Yeah, so for me, it's 9 p.m. But for me, like 9 p.m. is the best timing because I'm sure that I'm home and like I have nothing left to do.
Okay, cool. So so
Like
what time did we start for you, Lucas?
We started like pretty much 9 p.m. It's
Okay.
I'm 1 hour ahead of.
So I'm trying to gauge what time. Cool.
So yeah, so we'd be doing it. Gavin, your time would be 7. My time would be 8, and Lucas and David would be 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the range between 7 and 7:30 if that's okay with everybody.
That would be fine.
Cool.
Your time.
Yep.
Yes,
7
it's
my
time.
So 9.
All right. Cool.
9:30.
9:30 your time and 8:30 my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works
pretty hard.
You just have to pick a day.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. I'll make a note of that. Is that cool with you, David?
Hey, so just a question. So just only, could you send maybe reminding one day before? So
Of
maybe
course.
if you wanna do the meeting
Yeah.
Tuesday, just could you tell me Monday?
I'll schedule
because-
it. I'll send out the Zoom invite a day before. How's that?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Oof, that's a great help.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll keep that in
Let's try
mind.
not to get confused with that.
And I'll try it. I really don't know how to. Do you guys? I don't know what kind of I use Outlook. So I'll try to put a schedule in there, like if it can mark it in, so it, when you accept, it comes with an invite and then it comes loaded in your calendar already. So I'll try to figure that out. I don't really use it, but try it.
You can do it, guy.
All right, cool. That was the only thing I had. Thank you so much for setting the standard, though, Purnell. That was honestly fantastic. Thank you so much for
you.
taking the first week.
You're welcome. Thank you for those comments and questions. And so is that it? If that's all, I'm going to stop the recording and we'll end the meeting.
Sounds great. We did it for about an hour, right? We did it for
Yeah. We're about an hour.
Yeah.
And next time, I guess the last thing I want to say before we leave is next time I was like, I will, because honestly, I haven't had any time to study, so I feel kind of bad. So, but next time that somebody else gives it, I will be more prepared and I'll have some questions. So, just thanks for being the guinea pig.
Okay, you're welcome. And just a reminder, by the end of tomorrow, you should have at least your fluency for this topic. At least I'm going to try to submit my fluency for this topic by the end of tomorrow.
Okay.
You don't have to, but if you keep up with it for a week, you'll get more feedback early, so you can fix it and submit it again if you want.
Yep. Nope. I'm gonna do that. I'm writing it down right now. Thank you very much, Purnell.
You're welcome. Okay. Well,
thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.